We come with messages of love and of light. We wish to take the understanding and the translation of love to a higher perspective than what it is that you understand love to be right now. You have many scales of explanation of what emotions are on an energetic scale, and high vibrational emotions and low vibrational emotions. And your highest form of vibrational emotion is gratitude and joy. However, to get to gratitude and joy, or to get to gratitude, you need to find or feel love. And the reason why love is not at the highest point of that scale, because it comes with your story, conditions, programming, personal experience, generational wounds. Therefore, the vibration of love you experience, even in the highest vibrational form, is not the purity in which it was created. As opposed to gratitude, where you have less of a story and personal experience, less of a tainted version of being grateful. You can get to gratitude very quickly because you have no evidence of, or not as much evidence of, the hurt as opposed to love. We share this as you are seeking healing. Your consciousness or your collective is seeking healing. The planet is seeking healing. And the vibration of love in its purest form can completely transform and transmute and heal everything. If you have an immediate trigger to that statement, or a feeling of that can't be it, it can't just be about that, it can't just be love it and it'll heal, then we invite you to look at the areas or the stories that you have entangled in what you think love is. It's loving all consciousness, all of creation, all communication. It's feeling the same vibration from every microcell in your body, from your toe to the tops of your head, to the ends of your hair even. Overwhelming feeling that takes over your physical body. And people mistake that with a lovesick or feeling overwhelmed or not being able to integrate. It's because you haven't had that much love in your energetic space before. Love is not something that you have to give or you have to receive. It's who you are. There is no light without love. There is no dark without love. It is everything and all things. You cannot seek it outside of yourself, for all you are seeking is a reflection of what you feel you are. What you feel you're worthy of is how it will manifest or how it will be attracted into your physical reality. So what do you see in the reflection? What do you see in your story? As this is how you are treating yourself. And if you say, well, that's all well and good, but I can't love this person for they have all of these traits and have all of this evidence of doing really, really, really bad things. I can't bring myself to give an ounce of love to this other person. We would say to you in reply, if you love yourself fully and you hold yourself in a space of love, and only reflect and only allow the things that come into your life in the highest vibrational form of love, and that's the reflection that you see, then you don't bring yourself to loving anything. You just already are. And how we show love to each other, to animals, to systems, to products is an exact reflection of how we are choosing to bring love into our own life or to be loved. Again, giving our power or giving our source of love external from ourselves, which is the purest definition of what we would call separation from the soul, separation from the self. The fundamental knowing that you are love and light is unity. That's why we have so many practices that we share in the one-on-one sessions or in our group chats and group lives. But the exercise is, can you love yourself through that? Can you love yourself enough? And now can you love yourself enough? And now can you love yourself enough? And now can you love yourself enough? Because that's all that there is. Yes, you can receive compliments and love from others as they radiate and reflect you. But it's not the source of love, for you are the source of love. How does a tree show you love? It doesn't. It just knows that it is love and light. It doesn't try to do anything external from itself. It doesn't try to prune itself so the other trees can like it. It doesn't try to grow longer roots and bigger leaves so the other trees can show it more love, or the sun can show it more attention. It knows that it's pure light and love. It knows that it's creation. And without the sun, without the trees, without the roots, what is it? So we leave you with this exercise to do before you go to sleep in the evenings, is to sit with yourself, and as you reflect on your day, or you reflect on where your energy is at before you go to sleep, you can ask yourself, can I love myself through that? Can I love myself even so? For example, I had a conversation today that, didn't go the way I wanted it to go. It went really left. I got angry. And I feel like it was pointless to even say anything. And then you can answer yourself, can I love myself through that? No, because every time I talk, something always happens and it doesn't end up well. Can I love myself through that? So I should just be quiet then. Can I love myself through that? Well, my quietness can sometimes be interpreted as rude. Can I love myself through that? Well, yes, because I know I'm not rude. I know I'm doing my best every day. And can you love yourself through that? Yes, because I know I'm supported in every day. And can you love yourself through that? Yes. And until you get to the yes, no other words, is when you stop. And this gives you the purity of the love vibration. And we ask you to do this exercise before bed, so when you are in your dream time and in your rest and recovery mode, you can bask in the beautiful vibration of purity, of love, of creation, of light. Thank you. Do you have any questions before we go, Justin, as we feel like you may have one or two?
How do we differentiate the love that is showing up from the experience that is showing us the love that is there? For example, the example is like, so I'm having this be safe. I'm saying be safe to my child, but I'm saying be safe
Out of love.
out of love. But the idea of safety is based in the fact that the world is unsafe is kind of based in fear. So we associate the fear of the world being unsafe versus the love that we feel, and then we convolute them. How do we separate those two?
You could also say, instead of saying be safe, because I say you are protected. You are your own protection of love and light. Remember your source. There is no way to misinterpret those words. Listen to your intuition. Follow your highest light. Listen to your inner voice. To change the words, that's how you change the vibration. For example, don't eat ice because you're gonna get sick and your throat's gonna get sore. I told you your throat was gonna get sore after eating all that ice or ice cream. Now I have to give you honey and tea to make your throat better. See, I told you the honey and tea would make your throat feel better. What you're doing is just confirming in your manifestation of what you've just said. You're not actually doing anything other than finding evidence of your confirmation of manifestation. And then how that message is received is conditioning. There's no love in programming. And as you are a powerful manifester, if you don't have the clarity in what you're saying and it's not coming from the vibrational love, the vibrational place of love in you to reflect love around you in your words, then best not to take action and put the words into momentum. You plan a holiday or you plan a trip in love and in high vibrational experience of love. You plan a trip to share the experience with others. Not to confirm all the ways that you are separate or all the ways that you are different. You don't need that confirmation to see that. You can use that trip to confirm all the ways that you are source and confirm the love that you share amongst each other. And this will reflect in an amazing experience. As what will be will always be. There is no other way. How it turns out is how it turns out. There is no other way. You're thinking that you have control over it. It's only slowing things down or speeding things up. It's not changing anything. It just manipulates the vibrational timeline of when it will happen. We'll give you another example. How do children know that they don't like the crust on the bread?
We start cutting it off. Or we didn't like it.
You start cutting it off because you feel they cannot chew it. And you've told them that this eats your food, you've got to eat all of it. I even cut the crust off so you can eat all of it. Then you give it with the crust on, and it's a new game. I don't want to play this game. I got all A's and stickers in my other game where I ate it with the crust off. This is called Programming 101. The depth of just the crust is so intertwined into the rest of their life with relationship with food, with finding produce that looks perfect, with following the rules and eating your food to be a good person, to making sure everything is symmetrically in place. Because the child that is eating their perfectly cut sandwich is already 5D and looking at that whole situation in a fifth dimensional world where even your words are only conditioning programs, but your actions and your whole vibration of where the bread came from, who made the bread, who made the cheese, where'd you get the butter from, how long it took you to make that, the money that you spent on that, the farmers that made that. That child is absorbing and eating all of that information. That's why they need 20 naps a day. It's a lot of integration.
And we give them a lot less credit.
They're eating and they're consuming all of that energy. Okay, and that's why they don't like a lot of layers on their sandwich. They can't literally take the information, it's too much. And then you get to an adult and we're having 6-foot sandwiches, about 28 layers of everything, because we can consume a lot more programming. So you're instilling, you better eat that. Mum and dad had to go to work to be able for you to eat that. And that's all this programming in 4 parts of a piece of bread and the time it takes that kid to eat it. If you don't eat it, you can't watch TV. If you don't eat it, you can't go outside. So of course they're not going to eat anything else. You've just given them their whole life's worth of playtime onto a sandwich. And all of your stuff on the sandwich. And then if you want to have fun and you make faces in the sandwich or put different things on it, get creative with it, and they don't want to eat it, it's because they've already learnt this rule and they want to play by that rule. They don't have to learn how to receive love or be loved. They already know, just like the tree, they already know what it is. They already know that they are. They already know. It's taught to be separated from that. It's taught to, I love you because of this, or I love you because you did this. It's all learnt behavior. They don't try to have more money than the other kid. They don't try to have more toys than anybody else. They don't try to do anything. It's the programming around them that is doing it for them. And the first thing that you would say is, wow, look how many toys she had in her house. She's a lucky girl. Her parents must buy her everything. Or, oh, that poor girl, she only had one Barbie. Maybe you can give her some of yours. Those things are completely introduced for those kids could play with a piece of paper on a cardboard box. Doesn't matter. We make up the rest. Does that answer your question?
It does. It does. I've never looked at a sandwich as, I've never seen a sandwich as that much programming. It's actually quite fascinating to see how much is not actually done in love from that level of understanding, of that level of introduction.
Mm-hmm. Is there any other questions?
No.
Thank you.